All right, if you're even thinking about buying or selling a home in Accomack County, Virginia right now, you're going to want to listen up. We're talking September 2025, and the game has totally changed. The old rules, they're out the window, and we're about to decode exactly what is happening on the ground today.
Seriously, forget everything you thought you knew from the last couple of years. The market dynamics have done a complete 180. Sellers who are still using an old playbook, they're going to get left behind. But buyers who get these new rules can find some incredible opportunities.
I want you to take a look at this number, 94%. Just burn that into your brain for a minute. Right now, I'd argue it's the single most important number in all of Accomack County real estate. So what is it? What's the big secret behind 94%, and how does it unlock the strategy to get the best possible deal as a buyer or, on the flip side, the top price as a seller? Don't worry, we are about to break it all down. Okay, first things first, we need to zoom out and get the big picture, the 30,000-foot view of the entire county. This is the foundation for everything else we're going to talk about, so it's super important. And here is the most crucial metric you need to know, 7.08. That's the months of inventory. What that means is, if not a single new home came on the market, it would take over 7 months to sell every single house currently listed. Let's be crystal clear. That officially makes this a buyer's market. Think of it like a store's shelf. If a store has more than a 6-month supply of, say, cereal, what do you expect to see? A sale, right? It's exactly the same in real estate. Anytime you get over 6 months of inventory, it means buyers have more choices, more time, and way more negotiating power. And that brings us right back to our magic number. The sale-to-list ratio for the whole county is 94%. So, a home that's listed for $300,000 is, on average, actually selling for around $282,000. Buyers are getting a pretty consistent discount of about 6%. And remember, this isn't a fluke, it's the new normal.
So, let's see how this all plays out on the ground. We're going to dive into our first submarket, the beautiful, famous island of Chincoteague. It's a place with just massive appeal, but it comes with a very specific challenge that you absolutely cannot ignore.
The data here really tells a story. The median price is a bit higher than the rest of the county, sure, at $353,000. But look at that inventory number, 8.27 months. That's an even stronger buyer's market than the county as a whole. And yep, there's our 94% sale-to-list ratio again, confirming that 6% average discount is happening here too.
But why? What's going on? Well, it really comes down to one big thing. Insurance. A huge, staggering 98% of properties in Chincoteague have a severe flood risk. This means smart buyers are digging deep into elevation certificates and getting insurance quotes, which naturally can slow things down and gives them a lot of leverage to negotiate.
So for sellers in Chincoteague, listen up, because this is your number one move. Don't wait for the buyer to bring it up. You have to be proactive. Have all the insurance info, the elevation certificates, any notes on what's been done to reduce risk. Have it all ready to go from day one. Take the biggest potential problem off the table before it even becomes one.
All right, now let's head over to Captain's Cove. The dynamic here is completely different. It's what I like to call the build battle, a direct fight between existing homes and brand new construction. Just look at that months of inventory number, 11.57. That is an extreme buyer's market. I mean, we're talking about nearly a full year's worth of supply. Buyers have immense power here. The median sale price is lower, around $265,000, but that sale-to-list ratio gets a little tricky to pin down because of all the new builds.
So if you're selling a resale home here, you have to understand, you're not just competing with other resale homes. Nope, you're competing with shiny new builds and even empty lots where a buyer can just build their own dream home. To win, your edge has to be value and the fact that it's ready now, all while telling the story of the community's amazing amenities.
So how do you win that battle? You make your value proposition absolutely crystal clear. Get a pre-listing inspection to show there's nothing to hide. And you don't just sell a house, you sell the lifestyle. The golf course, the marina, the pools. You sell the fact that a buyer can have all of that today without waiting 6 or 7 months for a builder to finish.
Okay, our final stop is the charming, historic town of Onancock. And even though it's a small town, its market is making some pretty big moves in a totally different direction.
Will you look at that? Median days on market here is only 32 days. That's almost 3 times faster than the county average. And with much healthier inventory levels and homes selling at 96% of their list price, Onancock is a far more balanced market.
The story here is all about speed and charm. That walkability, the historic feel, it creates really strong demand. But we have to be a little careful. This data is from a very small sample size, only 2 sales last month. So while the trend is definitely speed, it wouldn't take much to swing those numbers.
So for sellers in Onancock, the strategy is simple. You have to be ready to hit the ground running. I'm talking professional photos that capture that small-town charm and a major marketing blitz the second you go live, all to capture that pool of buyers who are ready and waiting to pounce.
Okay, we've looked at the whole county, and we've drilled down into 3 really unique submarkets. Now, let's pull it all together into a simple, actionable playbook for both buyers and sellers. This is the how-to part.
This really sums up the 2 sides of the coin, doesn't it? Buyers, your biggest weapons right now are time and data. You have to use that high inventory to your advantage. And sellers, your path to a successful sale is all about price and condition. You've got to price your home to that 94% reality from day one, and it better be looking picture perfect.
Okay, for sellers, it really boils down to 3 winning moves. 1, price it right. That means looking at what homes actually sold for, not what your neighbor is asking for. 2, present it perfectly. Think like a modern buyer. Show them that home office space or the perfect weekend getaway spot. And 3, be ready to make a deal. Offering to help with a rate buydown can sometimes be way more powerful than just another price drop.
Buyers, your playbook is just as clear. Number 1, use your leverage. The longer a house sits on the market, the more motivated that seller's going to be. 2, ask for credits. Getting 2 or 3% towards your closing costs or a rate buydown can save you thousands of dollars out of pocket. And 3, do your homework, especially on insurance. Don't let a surprise $6,000 insurance premium blow up your deal at the last minute.
And finally, let's talk timing. According to Realtor.com, there's a national sweet spot just around the corner. The week of October 12th to the 18th is being called the best week to buy. It's predicted to have this great mix of high inventory and lower buyer competition. So for sellers, that's a great week to hit the market. And for buyers, it's a fantastic time to be looking.
So, the market has spoken. It's a landscape full of opportunity for buyers who know what they're doing, and a real challenge that demands a smart strategy from sellers. You now have the playbook. You know the numbers. You get the local dynamics. The only real question left is, are you ready to make your move?